Hello and welcome to another special episode of HW Straight Drive with me, Anil Rajpurohit, and our sports editor Mahesh Kuti. The most controversial cricketer of the modern day history, Shahid Afridi, has created a new set of controversies as he released his new autobiography called The Game Changer. In his autobiography, he has revealed his age, his relationship with Javed Miadad, Waqar, Younis, and many other things. But the most important point to be discussed is Shahid Afridi has revealed his age. He has written, "I was just 19 and not 16 like they claim. I was born in 1975, so yes, the authorities have stated my age incorrectly." So Mahesh, why at this moment of time has Shahid Afridi revealed his real age?
It's a no-brainer. He wanted to sell his book. So he is trying to find ways and means to do it. See, everybody knew that he was not 17 or 16 when he made his debut. It was very, very clear. He was definitely more than 16 or 17, and now he himself has come out and said that he's 21. There is no reason for him to have said that he's 21 now. So the only reason that I believe that he said that, stated his age right now, is to sell his book. But even in the book, he does not say he's 21. He says he's 19. But he was born in 1975. He scored his debut. He made his debut in 1996, which means he was 21 years when he scored that whirlwind innings. See, the fact is that there was no reason for him to have lied his age, because this was not an under 19 tournament or an under 21 tournament. It was a normal international match. So there was no reason for him to have done that. So it defies logic as to why he had to do it then. But I have got every reason to believe the reason that he said that he's 21 then, now, is to only sell his book.
So do you think, like Afridi, there would be many other players in the Pakistani team who have forged that age?
There could be. And they all, when they make their debut, they're always 16, 17, 18. And then they start playing. And then at the end of their career, but let me tell you, it doesn't make any sense. Whether he made his debut at 18 or 21 or 23, what difference does it make? Because if he was playing in an under 19 tournament, fudging age makes sense. But when he's playing for Pakistan, I don't think it should make any sense.
The next most important thing he wrote in his book is the fixing scandal. He said that he claimed that he was aware of the exchange of messages between the players and the bookie, and he even told the coach, Waqar Younis, at that time. But he didn't respond to that. How do you respond to this?
See, we all know that his relationship with Waqar was not very good. If that was the case, if he had actually mentioned it to Waqar, when the controversy erupted, he should have been forthcoming and he should have told the media at that point of time that, hey, I had gone and mentioned this to Waqar Younis and he did not take corrective action. This is about 9 years back. He suddenly realized that when he was trying to write his book, and now he's just opened a fresh set of controversy.
Do you think, like in that match, in that series, two series before, there was terrorist attack on the Sri Lankan team. Pakistani team was forced to play their home games against Australia and England. Shahid Afridi was the captain in the first match. In the next match, he was sacked and Salman Butt was appointed. Do you think it was kind of a grudge? That's why he didn't came?
See, it could be. There's no reason why he would not have done that. But his relationship with Waqar was not all that good. And Waqar at that point of time was the coach of Pakistan. So should he have done this? How should he have treated this? You don't know. See, Pakistan cricket has always been, a very, very complex, very, very exciting kind of a thing for the media, because they keep throwing into you a lot of controversies. The relationship between players are never good. Like once Sanjay Manjrekar said that Pakistan team, you don't know which Pakistan team is going to come out and play, because they're so disunited. And when they come into the ground, one day they'll play extremely well. Okay, next day they'll be terrible. So they needed a great captain like Imran Khan to get them all together. See, one of the reasons why the Pakistan team is so disunited is the fact that they're not, highly educated and all that thing. They're raw talent. They're extremely talented. So when they come out, they just know to play cricket. Whether the strategy and all those things, they don't put too much of emphasis on that. So they required a great leader. Imran at that point of time was a great leader. So he was able to actually marshal this entire team and take them forward and win a World Cup. After that, if you see, they have not had a great captain. Okay, Akram was a great player, was a great bowler. So was Waqar.
So was Imzamam ul Haq.
So was Imzimam, was a great batsman. So it is only on talent that Pakistan has always been fantastic. But when it comes to strategy and all those things, after Imran, I don't see anybody anywhere close to him. Also.
But do you think if Shahid Afridi would have informed the authorities, the management, it would have saved careers of Mohammad Amir? He was like quite 18 at that age. If Shahid Afridi had told the authorities, Mohammad Amir's career would have been saved.
Oh, definitely. See, all these guys get into the wrong side of law only because of lack of education. If they're told that this is not certain things that you're supposed to do, I think they would not do it. Nobody trains them, nobody tells them all these things. These guys are all raw, talented, talented to the core. I mean, Imran went on record to say that Mohammad Amir was better than Wasim Akram at the age of 18, which says that he was extremely talented. It was shocking to me that he was not included in the 2019 World Cup squad, which itself. See, that is what Pakistan cricket is. Pakistan cricket can throw surprises every day, both by the player as well as by the management. I think if Afridi would have gone and told the management, probably yes, Amir's career would have been saved.
Next important he wrote is about the relationship of his with Waqar Younis. He said that he was just a mediocre captain and not that good coach. He was more involved in micromanaging the players, and there have been groups, and he was to the Wasim Akram side of group.
Okay, everybody knows that Pakistan cricket is completely separated. They're in shambles. Okay, so in the late 90s and early 2000s, the turn of the century, predominantly Pakistan was split into two sides. Okay, one was the Wasim Akram side, or the Wasim Akram group, and the other was the Waqar Younis group. Both of them wanted to become the captain also. Okay, Akram was the captain in the 1999 World Cup, 2003 World Cup, Waqar Younis came as the captain. So if you see even wicket keepers like Rashid Latif, Moin Khan, they were all in separate groups. Like Moin Khan always backed Wasim Akram, Rashid Latif always went with Waqar Younis. Wasim Akram might have had a soft corner towards Afridi, because in one of the stories that he says that Javed Miandad was dead against taking Afridi, but it was only in the instance of Wasim Akram that he was included in the squad. So that goes to show how Pakistan cricket is. And yeah, it would have made a lot of sense if they would have been together and they would have been able to take the cricket forward. But Akram and Waqar were two very strong, opinionated person who just did not see eye to eye in most times.
Citing politics in Pakistani cricket, Afridi also wrote that the team coup against Younis Khan in the 2009 Champions Trophy, and they planned to remove Younis Khan as the captain after Younis Khan helped them to win the 2009 T20 World Cup.
That's the irony of Pakistan, isn't it? I mean, whether it is cricket or politics, coup keeps happening in Pakistan. If a captain who took them to victory in the T20 World Cup just a few months before, and then the team revolts against him and gets him out, that goes to show the mentality of Pakistan cricketers. And I'm telling you once again, it is the lack of education that prompts them to do all these actions. They're very vulnerable. Remember, Pakistan cricketers are all very vulnerable, because if you tell them to do a certain thing, they'll just go blindly do it. That is the reason why match fixing happens in Pakistan cricket more than any other country. Okay. Now, somebody like Younis Khan, he for him cricket was everything. Okay, like there is a story that he would pad up even
from the first ball itself.
Even if he's not batting at 3 or 4, he might be batting at much lower down the order. But he was a very dedicated cricketer.
Involved in the game.
He was very involved in the game. He was very dedicated to the game. He was a very hard-working cricketer. And if you hear him talk, you know the passion he had. So the guy would have not accepted any shortcuts by any cricketer. So he would have been a very tough taskmaster. Maybe Waqar also was a very tough taskmaster. That's the reason why players like Shoaib Akhtar, Shahid Afridi, these guys would not like discipline. They were talented, they were exciting, and they thought that they did not have to put in the hard work. Whereas players like Waqar Younis and Younis Khan would want their players to go through the grind.
The next controversy he wrote about the ball tampering. Pakistan was playing in Australia at the Perth, and Pakistan was finding, as Afridi wrote in his book, that Pakistan was finding it difficult to win. So he tampered the ball, he took a big bite of the ball. Do you think it is valid to change the course of the game by ball tampering?
See, anything that is not according to the law of the game and doesn't adhere to the law of the game should be penalized. It's as simple as that. If he is not supposed to touch the, see, even they use nails, which is also not to be used, right? They raise the seam and that they get an unfair advantage. Now, if that is going to help them to get reverse swing, see, all this is done to get reverse swing, and Pakistanis were the people who got reverse swing into the game. So they know the best ways of creating a situation to a ball by which they can actually get it to reverse. So he took a big bite, and he was banned for a couple of games after that.
He was the captain of the team.
He was the captain of the team, and it says that he was very desperate to win in Australia, and that's why he did that thing which he was not supposed to do. He bit the ball, maybe created marks on the ball. I don't know how much it would have helped in reverse swing, but it should definitely have. Otherwise, I don't think he would have done it. So, I mean, yeah, it's a very sad thing that he had to do it too.
The next thing Afridi wrote in his book was his relationship with Miandad. He said that as a coach, Miandad hated his batting style, his method and his technique. He said during a match against India in 1999, he intended to drop Afridi from the team, and it was Wasim Akram who helped him retain his spot.
See, Javed Miandad is a player who used to do anything to win for Pakistan. He, according to even Imran Khan, he said that most matches that Imran won for Pakistan under his captaincy, Javed played a big role. Javed was a very, very good cricketing brain. He had a very good cricketing brain. Okay, and he was a no-nonsense kind of a player, so he would have been a no-nonsense type of a coach. So he would have ensured that if you're not going to do this according to the way I want you to do it, you're not going to be in the team. That's the way Javed Miandad was. And maybe that's the rules that he would have set for a player like Shahid Afridi. And Shahid Afridi, as we all know, is somebody who doesn't like discipline. He's a kind of player who likes to go and enjoy his cricket kind of a thing. The way he bats, that's the way he is as a person. And Javed Miandad wouldn't have liked, because Javed Miandad's objective is to win the game at any cost. And that was not coming through because of his way of batting, his technique, or whatever you want to call it. If it was technique, or, I mean, if that is the way Javed saw it, Javed would have ensured that he did not play. But then, of course, if Akram was a captain and Akram wanted Afridi, maybe that's the reason why he got into the team.
Any book by a Pakistani cricketer is empty without the mentions of the Indian cricketer. Shahid Afridi in his book has written about Gautam Gambhir. He said that he had an attitude problem. He was nowhere between Don Bradman and James Bond. He said he had no records, he had no technique. It was just an attitude problem for Gautam Gambhir.
See, like what you said, if he wants to sell his book in Pakistan, he has to mention something anti-India. So in this case, it is anti-Indian player. Now, Gautam Gambhir is, as we all know, is a very temperamental kind of a player. He loses his temper very quickly. He's had fights with Umar Akmal. He's had Kamran Akmal, sorry. He's had fights with Watson.
Even Virat Kohli for that matter.
Virat Kohli, sir, because he gets worked up very quickly, and he's had a very, very bad tiff with Shahid Afridi also. There's a lot of videos that keeps going around on YouTube saying about his relationship with Shahid Afridi. So, and for Afridi to sell his book, what better way? Just say something bad about an Indian player, and the whole of Pakistan would love to read the book, and that's the only reason why he would have gone ahead and said that. See, Gautam Gambhir is not a player who would just accept whatever is thrown at him. He is going to react. He will retaliate. He will react. And that is exactly what he did when Afridi threw in some bad words to him. He gave it back to him. Okay. So whether he has an attitude problem or what it is, we wouldn't know. But the fact of the matter is that Afridi did that only to sell his book.
He also, in his book, has written that India and Pakistan needs a relation 2.0. And he further wrote that Imran Khan is a flexible leader, a more better leader than Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Do you believe with this idea?
The only reason I find he having said that is he might be joining politics very quickly. And let me tell you, in Pakistan, if you can take pangas with anybody, but you can't take that with Imran Khan. Imran Khan is like God in Pakistan, right? And if you are a cricketer, definitely you are not going to take on the great Khan, because if Imran is on your side, most things can get sorted in Pakistan. So if you see, most of the cricketers also have never been against Imran. They've all been with Imran. The ones that who spoke against Imran, you don't know where they are. They're out. Okay. So Shahid Afridi, however his relationship be with Javed Miadad or anybody else, he will never spoil his relationship with Imran Khan. And you never know, like what I said, he could be joining politics shortly.
So as Mahesh believes that Shahid Afridi has written the book just to sell books and create controversies, we hope we find more insistence from his book. Till then, it's goodbye from all of us.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.